Assalamu alaikum, horror lovers. Let's begin the next chapter of Naddaha. After we have taken some rest, we went this morning to Mr. Taha. He was a nice and calm old man, about 50, or he has passed 50 a little bit. When Ahmad introduced me to him, he welcomed me in a very nice way, as if he knew me for years. After that, Ahmad started telling him the story. When he has finished, I have seen the reaction on his face, and I was asking myself, why is he just so much, he is looking as if he is very sad. And he looked to me and said in a low voice, describe the girl that you have seen. I told him I did not concentrate in her face, but from the first look she was looking very beautiful, and her voice was just like magic. He said, yes, that is Fatin. And how was the look of the man you met in the shop? How was he looking? I said that he was a long man who looks like he's a sportsman. His shoulders were big and his arms were looking very big. He looks like an athletic. And his eye looks like it has been in a surgery or something like that. You can see his eye is empty. And then his eyes were full of tears. And he said, yes, that is Sabir. And maybe he has risked himself to save you from Fatin. And he tried with you not to go back to her. But when you went back again, you were lucky, my son, not to look at her and escape. Because if you looked at her, you wouldn't be here with us today. Maybe you were there under her control. And then I answered him, and what shall we do? How do I know what has happened to me? And how did I spend all of this time? And I didn't actually spend it. It was a matter of 2 to 3 hours. And I actually spent more than 1 month. Maybe, I don't know how had it happened. Then he was talking to me seriously. He told me, forget what has happened, continue your life, and forget about everything in your story in the last 2 days. You are going to open a door from hell, son. It is hard, or maybe impossible, to close it again. You don't know where you were in the last 2 days. And it was not 2 days, it was more. And you don't know what has happened to you. in that night. Then I interrupted. That's why I came to you. And that's why I want to know what has happened to me. Something inside me wants to know. Don't ask me, it's just a feeling. He said, yes, I know, my son. Try to just forget about it. Live your life. There is nothing to do. And then here comes Ahmed to say, yes, that's what I said to him. Much better, Saeed, forget about it. Let's live life as it is. And then I said, no, I will not forget about it. I would like to know what has happened to me. And he said, okay, son. We'll go to the empty piece of land, but after midnight. But if you wanted to go, then Ahmed has interrupted. No way that we will go there. No way. He has just passed there, and look what has happened to him. You mean that we are going there and go inside? What is this? Saeed, we'll never go. Then Mr. Taha said, don't get angry. This needs thinking. It needs both of you to be calm down. And the most important, never go there alone. I must go with you because I am the one who will get you inside and get you out, and I know how. We must go together. I answered him, I don't want to harm you. And he said, and yes, I know that I'm an old guy, but if you went alone, you will never come back. You will never come back. I know if you both went together to that place, you will never come back. And then Ahmed said, I will go with you. We will go, the three of us. But he told us, no problem. I will let you think about it. Go home now. If you are insisting, come to me tomorrow in about Isha prayer, which is about 8 o'clock in the night, and then we will decide if you would like to go or not. We went out and he was warning us not to go. And in the way back to Ahmed's house, he told me, think about changing your mind, man. And you must talk to Salwa. She doesn't know anything about you till now. I told him, I cannot think about Salwa now. I'm thinking about what has happened to me. I'm feeling weird. Anyhow, when we have reached his house, somehow he took my mobile without my notice. He went inside to his room. I stayed in the living room. And then he came out of his room holding my mobile, and he showed me that he is calling Salwa. I waved to him. I said, no. But he has pointed to the mobile and gave me the mobile, and he said in an order way, talk to her. I was very angry. I said, okay. But I waited for some rings and Salwa did not answer. At this time, he yelled at me, "She is your fiancée. She has the right to know about you. I want you to come back and live with us. What's wrong with you, man?" Then I said, "Okay, calm down. Okay, I will talk to her. If she rings, I will talk to her." And the phone rang. And I answered. I have heard her voice saying hello. And I said, "Yes, Salwa, this is Saeed." "Salwa?" And I did not hear her. And after some seconds, I heard her mother shouting, "Salwa, Salwa, my daughter, what has happened to you?" I have looked at Ahmed and I said, "I don't know, maybe something happened to Salwa." But she's not answering me, and I hear her mother is shouting from her mobile, "Let's go." And we went to her apartment. Anyhow, we went. Her father opened the door and I said, "Salamu alaikum." He answered me. He was surprised, hesitated, and then he stepped a little bit back and he told us, "Please come in." We came inside. We sat down and he said, "I will go and ask Salwa's mother to come." She came, greeted us in the same way of stroke and shock. She sat down. After some time, Ahmed came up. "You know, we are sorry for coming just like this, but Salwa called Saeed and it was cut off, or she didn't answer Saeed, and that's why we came. We wanted to call you and tell you that we are coming." And then her father said, yes, she has lost conscious, but she is coming now. And Salwa has appeared. Her face was pale. Her eyes was full of tears. And she said, "Where were you, Saeed?" I stood up and I said, "Are you all right?" And Ahmed said, "You know, this guy, he has disappeared and he came, and you know, he's just like a cat with 9 lives. But Salwa, as if she didn't hear him, she said, "Where were you?" Then I said, "As you know, I went that night and I was talking to you. I told you that I'm going to buy some cigarettes. And I went alone to the shop to bring the cigarettes. I prayed in the mosque and I came back. When I came back, I knew that I was disappeared for months." I told him the story as it is. I didn't know what to tell. I told them that I'm going to that place again, and they all refused. Ahmed helped them in that also, but I was already made up my mind. What will happen to Saeed? We will see that in the next chapter. Thanks a lot.